It feels so weird to be in front of the camera again, but I'm glad. But basically, I was moving over to Japan, so that's why I was kind of on and off on content. But recently, I've been really thinking that I want to double down on it, especially after seeing that whole layoff situation where the 30K jobs is dropped, done. 30K, you're done. And I figured, man, there's no better time to build something than now. We have so much leverage available to us, so much knowledge, so why not? And then coincidentally, my buddy, he was building a project, and he goes up and he's like, hey man, why don't you help me with the social media / marketing side of things, since you're kind of into that type of stuff? And I was like, hell yeah, man, why not? Because that situation reminded me of a Naval Ravikant quote where he goes, learn to build, learn to sell. If you do both, you'll be unstoppable. And that hit, because why not have something you can control and build something for yourself in a time where things are kind of uncertain, man, with AI coming in, taking over, and the job market being so, wishy-washy at times. I figured, you know what, it's time. I think it's a great time to do that, especially since I have a little bit of runway saved up. Like, why not? So I thought with this opportunity, I'm gonna leverage that. And then basically I'm gonna try to grow the personal brand as well as that ghostwriting business and see how that goes. So I figured, let me go ahead and document it to help people out and then to see what works and what doesn't work. So that's what we're gonna be going over today. But before I document this, there's 2 things I wanna buy today. And that's kind of what we're gonna go do, or what we're gonna go do. So let's go. Okay guys, so to provide more context on what we bought, it was a mott. I think it's called a snap case. Essentially, it's just like a little tripod that goes on the back of my phone. So since I'm going to be recording a lot more, I wanted something that's always going to be with me, so where I don't have an excuse, right, to not be able to record. Because I do have a bigger tripod that I'm using for my phone right now to record this. And that one's a little bit more cumbersome. And this also kind of doubles as a wallet. Got cards in the back there. Yeah, this was purchase number 1. That was in an electronics store. And then the purchase number 2 was this traveler's notebook refill. So this goes in here. I use this all the time. So I wanted to get a new one with a grid. Can't even focus on there. But I wanted to get a new one because I want to have everything that happens when it comes to recording for this business on this notebook. So those are the 3 things I needed to get, and that's what I want to go buy. Okay guys, so now I want to move into how I'm going to build this distribution and all the leverage essentially. So obviously I'm going to need distribution or product being in this case would be digital products, and then info, maybe software in the future, considering it, but that's down the line. But for now, for sure we got info, digital, and then ghostwriting. Forgot about that one. So this is what it's going to look like. Let me move you guys to the board here. I'm using these three platforms. So X, YouTube, and then my newsletter. X being for daily, YouTube weekly and newsletter weekly cadence. Now the funnel should look like this. So we have top of funnel, X and YouTube for those touch points, and then to kind of build awareness, move them down to opting into the newsletter, gives me direct communication to the clients. Then from there, or to the audience. From there, that's where ideally we have conversions where we can have them either go into digital products, info, and or ghostwriting. Software is there for TBD, but we got that. So moving on. Now, what I'm going to be sharing with you guys for metrics on a weekly basis is going to be overall brand. So brand will go over the audience for each platform and the audience growth, and then leads that come in through that. Then for ghostwriting, we'll do the active clients, what the monthly revenue is looking like, as well as the delivered results for the client, whatever that ends up looking like. And then the store, since that's where my products are at, they're at Gumroad, we'll go over product shipped, visitors to the store, and then the calls to action that drives the visitors to the stores, and then obviously we'll have sales or AK conversions. So those are the metrics I'll deliver to you guys. That way we kind of see how things are moving forward on a weekly basis. So cool. Now, the biggest thing is we're doing this just my laptop, just my phone. That's it, like no external capital, no employees, no ads. So logic behind it is pretty simple. My writing will reach people even after I've written it. And then the products obviously can be sold after I've made them. So both work while I'm not. This is new. And then that's ideally we can keep snowballing those and then eventually, make some income. So baseline, current client count, 1, essentially. Current technical skill level, current product count, 1. And then current audience reach, I'll update you guys with the numbers as of posting. And then for deliverables, we kind of already went over those, but at a minimum, we'll have 1 weekly newsletter, 1 weekly YouTube video, then minimum 21 weekly expos, which would put me at 3 a day. That's just minimum, right? And that's kind of where we're at now. So I'll check back in next week and then see how everything plays out. But that's where we're at, and that's where I'm starting at. So hopefully, let's just see where we get by the end of the year. So we'll keep in touch. Follow me on X, and I'll be posting up in there. Newsletter is gonna come out with all this information on it. And then I guess stay tuned for the next YouTube video. So see you guys next week. Out.